Man.
Come out right. Damn, look at them titties.
What up? This is ARTISTROPEADOPE. We're gonna do a review of Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII. Off bat, I can tell you guys I like her chesticles. Yeah, her sweater puppets, her meat balloons. Yeah, those things are nice, man.
What?
Straight up, man. The animation for this character is crazy. This guy paid so much attention to the right areas of this character that any other flaws with this character are null. I love this, man. This guy put tender love and care into this bouncy ass. Let's get into the animations. All right. First off, the crouch. Now, whenever this character does a crouch, the key thing that you want to pay attention to is this character is actually doing something. Usually when a character crouches, they just sit still. Most of the lazy animators out there, he doesn't fit in that category. This is beautiful. This character is blinking, moving, hair flapping, all of that good stuff. All right, for the walk back, character keeps the eyes on the opponent. On top of keeping the eyes on the opponent, the character's chest is still flopping. Jesus Christ. What makes this character so amazing is this guy put so much attention and so much freaking effort into the animations that he changed the walk back from the walk forward. Seems like no big deal, right? Huge deal for me, because coming from a background as an animator, I know how much work you have to put into a character just to do that. This guy has attention to detail. This right here is just a jump up. As you see, nothing special about it, right? Jump back, she does a freaking backflip. Jump forward, does a front flip. This guy put attention into the jumps also. The reason for me saying that is because there are some animators out there who take a shortcut and animate their characters using the same animations for each one of their jumps. I've seen it before. I know it sounds ridiculous. You guys take my word for it. The run forward, it's about the same speed as the walk forward. For you coders out there, that's not a problem for you guys. You guys could tweak that easily. The jump back could be a little bit quicker. I prefer quick jump backs because in the middle of a bout, if the opponent's about to hit you, you're going to need that jump back to get the hell out of the way, right? Okay. All right, let's get into the attacks. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys off bat. This character only has 4 buttons for the set. Releasing a character with only 4 buttons is not a smart idea because most Mugen players, they have a roster that consists of characters with 6 buttons. The reason I say this is because most of the characters are stripped from prior video games like Street Fighter 1 through whatever, and you know, SNK and Fatal Fury and Final, whatever game you can think of, Mortal Kombat. Any fighting game that's ever came out, the characters have been stripped from there. Killer Instinct, and the button sets are not 4 buttons. Button sets have always consisted of 6 buttons. So releasing a 4-button character, it seems stingy and it's unfair to the people that want to download it. My character is gonna have 6 buttons, and that's not including the start and select. So don't get it twisted, you guys. I'm gonna do all the attacks to get you guys familiar with this character. One thing I really like about this character is when you trip this character, you can see her chest bouncing. Attention to detail. This guy loves his animation and he does his animation well. Okay, you gotta kind of time Tifa's attacks in the air, which is may be a problem. Makes this character a little difficult to play with, but overall I have no complaints. Okay, if I had one complaint, you guys, I'm gonna gripe for a second. Let me go ahead and just get this fucking soapbox over with. The proportions. This character has huge feet and huge hands. I don't recommend that. Typically when you're doing animations, anime specifically, mimicking realism is a good idea. When you mimic realism, it does something to the eye to make it more attractive. It makes the animation more appealing, and it makes it more of a higher grade. I think this guy who drew up the sprites for this character, he could have went to a little bit more detail and made her legs and her feet a little smaller, made her hands a little, you know, less manly. That would have not only made the character more sexy, but that also would have made the character more believable and more attractive. Alright, now that I'm done griping, I'm going to have to say I'm ARTISTROPEADOPE, and this has been a review of Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII. And this character has been created by Yamakichi, or Yamakichi, however you guys want to pronounce it. And I give this character overall a 8 out of 10. The reason I give this character an 8 out of 10 over a 9 out of 10, I'm taking away 1 point for the proportions. I know, preference of mine, but at the same time, it lowers the quality of it, and there's a few other things that I could bitch about, but I'm overlooking those because this character is superb. This is a beautiful Mugen character, and there's a lot of attention paid to it, and I love it.